Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to our latest episode of G-Watch. I've got Ian and Tom, our resident robot spirits experts, actually. Yeah, because today we're gonna just talk about the releases in 2023 of Robot Spirits Gundam stuff, and just kind of talk about it and yeah, see what we liked from it. But first of all, I wanted to start with hearing from both you, Ian and Tom, off the top of your head. Just name one release that you got in 2023.
Tallgeese II,
Oh, good
The
one.
Robot Spirits.
Good one. Okay, Tom.
the TR6 Woundwort.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I sometimes they all for me they all kind of blend together like the release dates and then some things, because of importing might have been a late 2022 but we got it in 23. So, if we see something like that, we can call that out. Yeah, cuz I've got the Tamashi Nations website up. I think Ian you shared this with me.
Mhm.
I was able to go by release date. Now, it does show early on it showed like the for anime GM,
Mhm.
which really came out earlier, but it had a re-release. So for now, we'll skip those. If we have some time and want to, we could talk about those.
Yeah, I like how the list actually tells you when it was originally released, and then if
Mhm.
there was a re-release of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that helped. Okay, so I want to start with something real quick. So there's this, aerial, um, the option parts for 08 MS team, even the um, RX-79 EZ8, which was November of 2022. But did we get any of them in 2023? Because I know that wasn't there a recall with the EZ8?
So technically, I got since I had found a not like because they released a small batch before that QC issue was really kind of discovered, and then so I was able to find a EZ8. I think at the end of 2022, but the actual release, if we go by like after the QC, it was in 2023.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think I want to say it was like April or May, right?
March, I think.
Oh, March. Okay, okay. So, and what about the option part set?
I think
Because
I
those
also
came out
got
at
it
the same
in
time.
2023.
okay, yeah, because even with these late 2022 things, I think some of them, at least, even though I pre-ordered them, I got them in 2023. Even right
Right.
now, the Blue Destiny and their Freet have a December release yet of 2023. Yet I'm still waiting, so that's probably going to be a 2024 release that we talk about.
Yeah, I would say that falls into 2024. Although some people already have theirs, but I think it's just waiting for the distributors to
Yeah.
get the releases. So
Well, to start, I forgot when I got my Gundam Aerial. Um, that was a late 2022 release. I thought it was an excellent figure. It looked different than the model kit, which I thought was interesting. I did that in my review. But because Witch from Mercury isn't too big of a deal for me, I kind of don't have much feelings for it other than it's a cool robot toy. Did any of you pick up the Aerial?
Yes, I did.
Oh, cool. What'd you think?
I think it's a decent figure. Nothing too mind blowing compared to what they have released in the past,
Yeah.
before the aerials, anyways. And I kind of get it at the same time with the ground Gundam and the Easy 8. So yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of get past.
overshadowed
Yeah.
easily. Yeah, with the Aerial, I think the only thing I liked about it, or I should say I liked it in general, but the only thing I think that for me it made it stand out was the effect parts for the
Mhm.
bits. That's always nice to get that, and the way it made it was actually pretty sturdy. So, I think I remember Ian around that time.
Mhm.
I think you were at a Tamashi shop or something, and you were like,
That was later in the year.
"Oh, yeah." You were taking pictures. I remember they were showing some of the Aerial. I think when I hadn't
Mhm.
got mine yet or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. I only got the kit, so I can't really
mm.
comment on the Robot Spirits version. I was actually contemplating picking it up a couple weeks ago because it was on sale on Amazon, and I was
It
like,
still is actually.
Yeah, well, because they're doing that. We could talk about too, like the 15th anniversary releases,
Yeah.
because they're doing a 15th anniversary aerial release also, which comes with like a bunch of extra things,
Yeah,
more
it's like a
color accurate.
stand with the little
Uh-huh.
pictures with
Yeah,
scenes. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, from that, there was that Amazon sale recently. I got a Char Zaku too, because the one
Mhm.
I have, one of the skirt pieces went missing. I don't know how, but that's the thing.
Into the ether they
Yeah,
go.
exactly. Okay, so what I think is really awesome is the option part set for 08MS team, because we get that core booster slash fighter, which is badass. We got the
Mhm.
damage parts to it. Yeah, the effect pieces, mainly for the Goof custom, I think, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken. Yeah. What'd you guys think of those?
I liked it enough. I got 2 of them.
Good idea. I've been thinking that too.
They had a sale over during the Christmas holiday, and Ami Ami actually had the sale first, and I was trying to get it, but it wouldn't let me purchase it. So then Amazon had it. It was like $20. I was like, that's too good to not pass
Yeah.
up on, you know.
Too good to
So
pass on.
yes, thank you. I can't speak today.
No. Yeah, that's true. What about you, Tom? What do you think of that option part set?
I like the core booster. I actually buy it just for the core booster.
Yeah. Yeah, just to get like ships is pretty
Yeah, the
awesome.
jet,
Yeah.
something other than the mobile suit, you know?
Right. Right. Um okay, yeah, looking at the Easy 8, yeah, that was an awesome one because when I first got into Robot Spirits, I remember thinking it would be cool if they came out with Ver anime. Oh, there you go, of the 08MS team, just because even as an anime, they look so good, and they nailed it. I mean, we got the ground Gundams before, but this this Easy 8, it just looks fantastic.
It was a collector's dream come true for somebody who's
Yep.
been collecting robot spirits for like 10 years, you know?
Yeah,
So I think we
yeah,
talked about it on the last G Watch that we did with Robot Spirits, where we, a lot of us were saying they need to do the 08th MS team, like just do the whole thing, and
yep.
they did like a Goof custom. That was around the time they introduced the hardpoint system and all of that. And then they didn't do anything after that. And everybody was like, when is this going to happen? So I think Robot Spirits collectors, if you are into the UC stuff or you're just into 08th MS team, you got a treat this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think it's incredible. It just shows like multiple avenues, like just how good Bandai is at making an awesome action figure, but also the fact that they will treat the property to where they will make it as accurate as possible. That was a big thing with me with the Star Wars Vintage Collection figures. I wanted them to be as accurate as possible, and I'd have to customize them because Hasbro would tend to get tooling from other figures to make a new figure, and then it would be inaccurate. But it's interesting how, yeah, they had the issue with one of the ankle pieces was reversed, or the wrong one was on, so they had to redo it. It reminds me of that White Dingo Sniper 2, where they did the same thing, where they actually had the wrong color, so they released a new version. So I like that Bandai's on top of that. Um, any other thoughts of the Easy 8?
It's great.
Yep. And it rhymes. Easy 8's great.
Short,
No.
sweet, to the point. I like that.
Yeah. This other one, which I want to still grab, and it's not too expensive like on Ami Ami, is that Zaku 2 and Zeon's reconnaissance aircraft. It's supposed to be based on Cuckoo's Doan's Island. Um, I mean, it would just be like having another Zaku 2. It's just I would like to get that reconnaissance craft. I don't know. Have you guys
That's
thought about
exactly
that?
what I would want it for, is
Okay.
that reconnaissance craft. I mean, personally, I have the Zaku JC. I don't necessarily need the Zaku 2 itself, since it's basically the same thing, just
Just a
slightly
little more
different
updated,
colors.
and
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, it comes with a rock that you can. The rock is also, oh, and it comes in pieces, I guess. That might
Hmm.
be another good diorama part to have, actually.
You can never have enough diorama pieces for shots.
Yeah, that's true. And then here's a picture of Amuro just throwing the Zaku. Okay. Oh yeah, the reconnaissance craft. Wait a minute. For some reason, let me change my share because for some reason it's not sharing exactly what. Window, this, share. Okay, there we go. All right, so Yeah, their reconnaissance craft looks cool, even like with the dome where it looks like there's
Mhm.
pilots sitting inside. Wow. That,
They do a really good job of that, being able to have those little mini figures. Now, the older releases used to get painted, like the core fighters have, a painted Amuro in there or a painted Sayla if you have the G fighter.
yeah. Yeah.
Now they don't do that, which is kind of a bummer.
Wait, so you're saying the old one had a painted Amuro?
Mm-hmm. Let me
That's from
see.
the old core booster set?
Yeah, something like that. Hold on. See if I can get
Yeah, if you got it, I'd like to see that. That's interesting.
I'll have to see if I can show this to you. You can kind of see the. There we go.
Oh, I see. Yeah, where they're inside. Yeah, that's right.
And then
Oh,
you
I
can see
like
it.
how you have that where it's the three on there. That's a good idea. I think we're
Mhm.
going to do that.
I also have 3 dot fighters on there on another stand as well. And I'm just dropping
Oh, is that from the other option part set?
Yeah, it's for also one of the releases is that we'll talk about later is that Garma Zaku set.
Oh, yeah, another good one. Okay, moving down the RX-93 FF new Gundam. Did you get that one, Ian?
No, I
Yeah, I
didn't.
have that one.
Oh,
Oh,
you too,
sorry.
Tom?
No, 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 I didn't.
Oh no, just yeah. I mean, this one looks cool. It's based off of that statue they built.
I love that release. It's good.
I like the colors on it.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
And it has an option part set for it too, which came out this year.
Ah, okay. That's right. Yeah. Um. So this is a cool one. It's a site Kamu System Zaku. Now I think this is just a repaint, but with legs.
I was gonna
Right.
Yeah,
say
it's
it
with the
pretty much
repaint
looks
of
like
the prototype one.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got legs instead of like the thruster legs of the other release. I I could see myself getting this one eventually. I just right now I'm wanting to get, specific ones, but I love the way this looks.
yeah. I mean, it looks like a really cool release. I like the. I actually kind of like this look better than the one without legs. I feel like stop that. You behave, Tom. We're not there yet. Okay, that's maybe at the end if we have time to talk about buying stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that's a cool release.
Yeah, definitely. Um all right. And then Woundwort. So, I have a lot to say about this one, and I'm curious to what you think, Tom. Like, one, it's amazing that they made this and it's like super accurate and it's super solid. But the only thing is that it seems like for the price, there's not much here.
Yeah.
But it's again, it's good. You can get an and then pay more for an option part set. But I just wonder if it's because it's such a unique. This is not a repaint at all. It's a unique, intricate design. Does that just cost more in the end? I don't know. And it's metal too. That's the other thing. The metal Robot Spirits line. Yeah, because when I got this, I remember I originally I didn't even do a video for it. I just like showed it on stream, and I was like, "There's not much to it." And then later, when I got the option parts, I did a video. But yeah, just by itself, I don't know.
I don't really like the hand on that one though.
The hand,
Yeah. Like you know how you have to stretch the finger to get it
yeah,
hold the weapon? Yeah, I don't like that feeling.
it is a little weird. Yeah, because it almost seems like it's like too soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least it makes it easy to get the hands on things.
I mean, compared to the older releases where the plastic was a lot more stiff and
Yeah,
you had to sometimes you had to really fight to get weapons into the hands and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
so I get the concern with the potential for brittle plastic because of how loose or soft it is, but in a lot of ways it's better.
yeah. Okay. Next up is a Alex repaint, which, to be honest, looks great. I just was like, should I buy another Alex that's a repaint when I could be buying, just another figure that I don't have?
And it comes with
I
the armor.
uh-huh.
Oh, I had the
Comes
full
with
Choban
Choban
armor
armor.
with it too.
See, that's the thing though. I think my thought on this is that if you didn't have the original Alex that came with the Choban armor because it was like a difficult release to get a hold of or something like that, then this is a good alternative for that. It's just not in the blue, the standard
Yeah.
Gundam colors from the OVA, but it comes with basically all the same accessories except for maybe the smoke effects, which I
Yeah,
think that
and
makes that set.
I want to say that it also had alternate heads, one that looked
Mhm.
more and I never really could tell a difference. It's either it's like one that looked more like certain parts of the anime, I'm not too sure. Um
You have to look very closely at them to tell the difference.
yeah, it's cool. Like this is one where let's say I haven't bought a Robot Spirits in a while and I would get something like this because it does have that grounded Gundam look. So, yeah. Okay. Here's an interesting one. The GPO 4G Gundam
I
Gerbera.
have opinions. I have many opinions
Oh,
on
on
this
this
one.
one.
Same.
I I like the look of it. It's very unique in design. When you have those extra thrusters on the back, it's almost like this is one that you have to put on a stand, really. Um,
Hmm.
all in all, I liked it. What do you have to say about it?
I'll let Tom go first.
First of all, the QC on the waist, yeah, that's
Hmm.
kind of a bummer. And the leg articulation is not that great for a suit meant for flying.
Hmm. Yeah.
I kind of mirror some of that sentiment. But I think my biggest thing, it's kind of more of a why than anything else, is that ab crunch. That thing has such a super, like an over exaggerated ab crunch. If
Yep.
they had the ability to make that thing have such a really extreme ab crunch, they could have made those legs a lot better with the spread, for posing purposes. And then it being loose, it makes it hard to pose it, decently. And then even holding the rifle's a little awkward to me. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I feel like the way that it holds the rifle, it has three different handles on it for what I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me
the
go back.
handle is kind of awkward. And the funny thing is, this was supposed to be in very anime, right?
Hmm.
So I think in one of the video that is show this one fighting the Gelgu or whatever,
Hmm.
it's had the blade under the gun, just like the GPO one, and this thing doesn't have it, and it's supposed to have the blade under the gun.
Hmm.
I think the master grade has that though, or some or whatever. Is there a high grade of this? I don't think so. I think it's just the
Yeah.
master grade.
Yeah. It's like
It's
with the
something
legs,
100. I can't remember.
like even the side skirt could barely move. So then, the leg doesn't get much movement. And then with the crunch, oh yeah, that does really go forward a lot, and it
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
back a lot too. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I like this. I don't really. I get it
I'd
though with the legs.
I would say it's the out of the 4, GP releases for the GP series, it's probably the second weakest on there in
Okay.
terms of releases.
I mean,
I
it's
don't
look
have
good though.
GPO 3, so I can't comment on it, but I have the other ones. So,
Yeah, I like it because again, it's like some of these that they're not even releasing as model kits, but they have them come out as robot spirits, and they're like action figures. Again, I do like this one. Um,
I love the design of it. Like, I think it's one of the best looking designs for the
Yeah,
GP series,
I
you
like
know?
the booster thing on the back though. It's kind
Mhm.
of neat.
oh, the three
Stern
boosters.
booster, yeah,
Yeah,
Too bad they don't have effect part compatibility, but
yeah, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
they sculpt the thruster in it.
Well, accuracy and whatnot, like they're going for that over function. I think for those things, I think those are just a secondary thought compared to the rest of the booster effects on that thing.
Hmm.
All right. Did anyone get this Duel Gundam?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, cool. What do you guys think about it?
I'll
I
let
think.
Ian go first.
Oh, thank you. Um, I like it. I think I like the strike a little bit more though in terms of like posability. In terms of like accessories, this thing has so many accessories. It
Hmm.
comes with way more. You don't have to buy an option part set for it to make it look cool. It comes with an extra part for the strike, so it's like encouraging you to recreate scenes from Seed. With it. The I think the only downside is those thruster effects that it comes with. They are not compatible with the strike, or they're unique to the Dual Gundam itself.
Which that brings up a good point because that's what they could have done
Hmm.
on this. So it's interesting, yeah, that they can make unique ones for a suit. Is
Yeah, but
okay. Let me
go
ask:
ahead.
is the Duel, was that piloted by someone specifically? Was it the Amuro voice actor character?
No, I don't think
No.
so.
No. Uh, what's his name? It's Ezak, right?
Yeah, Isaac.
Tom. Okay, yeah, I don't
Okay.
know who the voice actor is for him. I'd have to look that up, but I think Amuro's voice actor only did Amuro, he did Katra, and then he did Setsuna FSA from Double O.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesuna, I think he
Mhm.
he did the guy with the reborn Gundam. I can't remember. I think that's the English
Oh,
dub.
Ribbons, I think
Yeah,
is his name. Ribbons.
yeah.
Shout out to Talos. Correct us in the comments.
No, but I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't collect things that are not really in UC. It just depends. But this thing actually looks awesome, and I love the effect parts. Even it with, I guess that's the strike, right?
Uh-huh.
That, that looks awesome. I could see myself picking this up.
It's a really strong, I'd say it's a really strong release. I'm just waiting to see when they're gonna do the Assault Shroud parts because so the Dual Gundam had an upgrade part way, not, I won't say mid-season. It was like very early on. I think
The
right
armor
after,
thingy.
yeah, the Assault Shroud pieces. It basically turns it into like a full armor Gundam.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if something like that comes out, let me know. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I also think it's a very strong release. Like it did was a 2023 Robot Spirit supposed to do.
Mhm.
Okay, so you think this is a good example of what Robot
Yeah.
Spirit should be doing? Okay, that's all right. Moving on. Here's a cool one that I still want to get. It's just not a big deal at the time and the price. This is that cost signature new Gundam mass prototype, Metal Robot Spirits. Anyone pick this up?
Nope.
I didn't. I wanted to, but at the time it was way too expensive. And
Yeah.
while it looks cool, kind of to what you were saying, picking and choosing the releases and stuff like that. Um, I think I kind of went back to some older releases this year. So
Oh,
the new Gundam, this prototype new Gundam is pretty awesome. I think
yeah.
I
Yeah,
love the
it's
color
amazing,
scheme
bro.
on it, but
Yeah.
it just, I don't think it comes with a whole lot either.
Yeah. Let's see. Um, I guess it doesn't have that shot where it does that. Yeah, it has the incoms. It
Uh-huh.
has it's cool because it has like the
The big beam saber,
yeah, the
hybrid
double
beam saber.
Zeta style beam sabers. It has that arm Gatling gun and and the or arm beam.
I said prototype, I meant mass production, sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem. You know
That's
how it
fine.
is here. We always get it wrong.
Right.
No, but in the shoe, yeah. So it's kind of like standard stuff, but it has the incoms. But that's the thing, because these metal robot spirits can be expensive. So yeah, it does go back to like, as cool as this looks, it doesn't resonate with anything specific within the Gundam stories to me. So it's hard.
But it's look cool though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. What about this TSMA2 Mobius Zero?
So that
And
was a P Bandai, but I didn't pick it up.
yeah, I didn't
It's
pick it up either.
it's a cool craft. I might go back later and try and grab it.
Yeah,
But
looks
because
cool, but
it does some pretty cool stuff with like it has very similar things to the end comms with the cables
oh
like that.
yeah,
So
that
it does some cool stuff.
that is actually pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot to it. A lot of effect parts that
Hmm.
yeah, pretty neat. Um, oh, here's a good one. GM Sniper. I think we all got this one, right?
Oh,
Not me though.
how
Oh,
dare you, Tom? You're
I
surprising.
doing
couldn't
yourself
find
a disservice.
it.
Oh, you couldn't find it. Oh, okay.
I'll
Yeah.
keep an eye out for it for you, Tom.
So the
Cool.
main thing
Thank
about
you.
it, I think it just looks like this is like top tier looking, not only of a Gundam design, but in an action figure form because it's the ground Gundam type, but it has like, the GM style to it, the dual exhaust vent things.
Yeah,
And what's cool about it, really, I mean, yeah, it has a sniper rifle, but it can also be all regular GM like with the guns and shields, but it's the base that it comes with.
and
And
the smoking thing.
exactly the smoke effect parts and the wires you can plug into the backpack. It's just, it makes it very unique when it already looks like an awesome action figure. So, like, this is near the top of the list, I think, of like best thing robot spirits I got last year, I would say. Um,
I would agree with that. I think it's a really strong release. It comes with a lot of stuff.
yeah.
Those cables though for the that attach into the base to attach into the sniper, I think are a little bit finicky. They don't move.
Yeah, you
They're a
have
little
to
stiff.
have it. You have to, because he's like how you have them set up versus where they're plugged in. It's like you almost have to coordinate them being plugged in. Otherwise, it will like move the figure around. So I know what you're talking about there. Yeah.
Exactly. But I love the smoke effects. I did a couple shots a few weeks ago with it on the base with the sniper rifle. I think
Oh, that's
my
cool.
biggest complaint of it with this release is that the sniper rifle doesn't hold in very well. It's very
Yeah.
finicky with how you have to pose it a certain way.
Like this, pretty much, unless he's just
Yeah,
holding it. It's very hard to. Yeah, I know what you mean exactly. I
and they
was just.
still don't stick in very well. Like if you have, like for example, because I have it right here, because I it just came off, but
Oh,
with this piece, which is for to make it look like it's an exaggerated blast, right? It doesn't stick in far enough where it feels like a secure hold, and they need to really work on that. I think
oh,
make the
okay.
peg a little bit longer, and then it will be perfect.
You know what? That reminds me. I want to say this real quick. I want us to plan to do, kind of like we did the poser the thing. I
Hmm.
want to do that again, but with the robot spirits and effect parts, like, and not necessarily a competition, but more of setting up a robot spirits to make use of the effect parts, and then we kind of
Hmm.
share what we've come up with. Because now a lot of my effect parts are actually just in bins that I have in a drawer, and I don't always set them up. So,
I think
I
that would
do.
be great,
Yeah.
and we have some really good enthusiasts of the robot spirits in
Oh
our
yeah.
Discord now, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, I think so too. Because it's weird. For a while I thought I was really the only one collecting these, and then you guys showed up. You know.
Same, same.
Okay. All right. Moving down. Oh, there's this. Which is pretty cool, even though it's seed. Did any of you get the deactivated mode
I
for the
did.
Nope,
strike? You
I
did.
didn't.
Okay.
It looks cool though.
Yeah. It does look cool. I think it's a weird gimmick in the show, but it looks cool.
Here's
Yeah,
the
it gives
deactivated with the sword
Bandai a
strike
reason to
parts.
get money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like an easy release for them.
But
And
again,
it comes with this little.
uh-huh.
That's cool,
Launching
actually.
base.
Yeah, it's the charge rack.
Okay, I like that. Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay, that looks cool with all so let me ask, is this the one that, um, Kira has at first, and then
Mhm.
does Shin get it in Destiny?
No.
No, Shin didn't get it in Destiny.
He gets a similar one, so he gets the Impulse, which
Oh,
is like
Impulse, that's right.
basically like the Zaft version of the Strike.
Yeah, okay.
And they do the cross silhouette packs. So with the Strike, it's the Striker packs. So I have the sword strike options on the deactivated strike right here
And that
right
you
now.
could, I mean, that was like mainly made for the activated one, but then you can just use it on the deactivated also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
the cool thing with this is that the blue pieces are they're armor pieces. They just add on, and it has like a battery pack. That's what this thing is right here, is a battery pack to keep it charged. So then when it activates, it gets the general Gundam colors, the blue, reds, the yellows,
Yeah.
things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I gotta say. Again, like that's the thing with Seed. I'll always say is it looks good. I mean, the suits look good. Give me a second. Let me plug something.
I'll get the strike when they have the rouge color.
Oh, you like the rouge,
Yep,
strike rouge
like a
colors
pink
better?
color.
I can dig that. They probably will. I wonder though if that's going to be a P Bandai release, because this was the deactivated strike was a Tamashi World Tour exclusive this year.
Yeah, I think the older Robot Spirit Rouge Gundam is also a P Bandai, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah, I believe so, because it came with the Otawari.
IWSP.
Yeah, there was two releases. There was the Strike Rouge that looks like the regular Strike, but it has that cool pack with all the missiles on it, and then there's
Yep, they're
the
all P
Strike Rouge.
Bandai.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you guys get, or I guess Ian probably the striker effect? Is that what
Yes, the striker
So
pack.
launcher striker
here's
in?
the launcher strike.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. And what's that little? Is that like supposed to be some dirt, a
So,
dust cloud or something?
yeah.
Yes, I'm
So
good.
it's from a shot when they first come to Earth and they're battling in the desert. And
Something like that.
so that's basically meant to emulate like him putting his foot in the sand and then it kicks up some dust.
That might be worth it for any like
Oh,
robot
I love
spirits,
it.
really.
It's
Like
good.
that one effect from the always MS team, the one with the
Yeah,
ground Gundam.
yeah. You could like use them together. Um,
Hmm.
that's pretty neat. I
If you,
might have to look into that then. I didn't even bother. So if I was to, oh, $17 on Amazon.
oh, it's on sale right now. That's
Okay,
good. That's a good
I might
deal.
I might pick that up later.
Yeah. If you check out the Discord channel, when I got the Sword Striker effects, I brought that effect back out. You can kind of see it in the background of a couple of shots that I did.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's worth it. All right. So now we have the Garma's custom, and you got this one.
I did.
That's cool.
And I love so the Zaku itself is just a repaint of the standard Zaku with a slightly different head because it has all those head Vulcans on top.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it comes with a really cool axe, or heat hawk, I
Yeah.
guess. But it also comes with the Magella attack tank, which I have right here.
Oh, that looks great.
That which earlier this year I did a meme shot of the Goof custom riding on top of it, and I called
Yeah.
it a goofy drive by.
Again, I feel
But
like it's worth it. I mean, hey, you get a really cool looking Zaku too, but didn't get the fighter and the tank.
yeah,
I
and the
mean,
cool thing about this Magella attack tank is that the treads actually function.
that's amazing that they actually did that. And does the top come off?
Uh huh.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Uh,
That
let me
is
see here.
I need to grab this one. Actually, you know what? As we're talking, I'm gonna bring up my notepad and then I'm gonna mark what I need to get. And I think that one it has to be at the top of my list.
Yeah, it's a really good release. I love that axe. That thing just looks amazing.
It
I
does.
wish they need to do the because I don't know the official name for it, but in Evolution they called it the Zaku to whatever the one with the big axe was. I think it's
Oh,
Dozel
it was
Zobbies.
yeah, a Dozel Zobbies custom.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
they need to do that. And I saw a custom of it the other day in another Facebook group.
Yeah, this is a great release. Good idea to grab it, Ian, because this just has all the things that you would want to complete a diorama or something.
And that Dop fighter's cool. It can act like as a commander Dop fighter, so I like that.
That is cool.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, All right, what about this Ultron Metal Robot Spirits? You got it. All right, what would you have to say about it? Besides, again, I don't collect a lot of wing stuff, but it looks cool. That's for sure.
So this is miles and miles better than the original release from 10 years ago.
That's good.
Like this, so the big problem with the original release, which is why like I wound up I felt like I needed to get it, was because the plastic bits where the joints connect, they tend to crack down the middle. So when that happens, the joints don't fit securely anymore. So they just kind of sit there and they fall off. And this was a problem with the Shenlong, which is the season one, starter suit, and then it gets upgraded to the Ultron later, which is this version right here. And the joints system, the way that they did it, instead of it, the arms are so much more secure. They actually feel like arms, and like if you pose it, it doesn't feel like they're going to move around and get all floppy because they secure very, very well.
And so you're talking about especially with this like extended
Mm-hmm.
form.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot you would have to worry about with weight distribution. So that's good to
And
hear.
the detail is so good. Like the base is amazing. Like it's one of the best looking metal robot
Oh,
spirits bases. It has like 2 dragon heads on it. It's in green. It looks really cool. Those wings in the back there that you were just on, they fold out, so it looks like it's super extended. If you go to the next picture, you can kind of see it in the back there. So right there,
yeah.
yeah, you can see the joint system. It's just an overall really good looking release, and it comes with an effect to recreate Wolfei, spoilers for people who haven't seen Wing, but comes with an effect for Wolfei to chop the Tallgeese 2 in half.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, it might come with the Tallgeese 2, which we'll talk about later. But
Okay.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's really cool.
I mean, this looks great. Like
Yeah,
this, to me, just not thinking of like you see Gundam, like this just looks like a fun action figure in
this looks
general.
Mhm.
spiky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those spikes are very sharp, by the way.
Yeah. A little bit. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool that you got that. All right, let's hit up this next page.
Wait, there's a next page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many releases this year. It's crazy.
What about this Zaft weapon set?
Nope, I
I
didn't get
didn't
it.
get that.
What about the Buku?
I did not get that either. I was tempted to, but I think this is one of those things where I might just go back when it's cheaper later to try and get it, since it's a general release, and
Ah,
pick it up then. Um, I will say our resident Discord member Robert,
yeah.
he's getting this, I guess. So I can't wait to hear what he says about
That,
it.
and that's something I think he was excited about for a while, like when he first saw that it was released.
Yeah.
And you got the option part set for the
I did. So this just adds to the new Gundam. It makes it, because the base new Gundam FF is very basic. It doesn't come with very much, but this adds some really good. Comes with a custom stand. It comes with the bazooka, couple of
Even the
oh,
cockpit.
effects, and it comes with Char's Zazabi cockpit for the hand to shove it into access.
wow, this might be worth it just to for the option parts. Again, another
Yep.
I would generally just recommend that release as a whole. If you can get it, it's a really good update to the new Gundam without it being a Metal Robot Spirits version.
oh yeah.
It's an exclusive, so it might cost it might cost you just a little bit more, but the option parts are fairly cheap. They're not that expensive.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably grab that. And then this Goof flight type. This is one that I debated on getting and passed, but I know you have two of them, don't you?
I do. Sitting on my desk right here.
Yeah, it looks great.
I'd say it's an even better release than the Goof Custom, because the
And
Oh,
a
Goof
Gulf
Custom
custom is
has
very good.
those. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it's still a really good release, but the, um,
The
torso
flight type.
articulation is not limited in the Goof flight types like it is with, the Goof Custom,
yeah, you can
so
kind of
it
see
poses
even in this
better.
shot, it's
Mhm.
where the torso's twisted
Yeah,
Hmm.
the pose. That's pretty
you
good.
don't have to take out any cable looking things, and it comes with a backpack for the Easy 8 so it can carry stuff. So if
Oh
you
wow. I think I have to I didn't realize it had the Easy 8 backpack.
Uh-huh.
I think I got to get
So
it.
I have 2. extra. I have an extra one now
Wow.
since
Okay, let
I
me
got
jot this
two. But
down.
yeah, if you can track it down, even just one, like it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, this is one that I feel like I should have gotten. I just didn't, and that is the Metal Robot Spirits new Gundam. I am not a huge fan of the new Gundam look, but I like it because it's Amuro Ray, and and the other new Gundam Robot Spirits release wasn't that great. I mean, because it was older, probably at the time it was amazing. Um, so it's like, okay, this is naturally I would upgrade to this, but for some reason I just wasn't compelled to buy it, partly because of price. What do you guys think of this one?
I think it looks cool.
It's an okay release, I guess.
Yeah, why do you say okay?
I'm not a huge fan of the new Gundam, to be
Okay,
honest. I'm more of the high new kind of guy.
same here.
So
Yeah, yeah.
See, I'm kind of the opposite. I feel like the new Gundam is too chunky, and maybe that's because I had the original, like the plastic version of the Robot Spirits release, so it kind of bugged me with the way it kind of moves and articulated. And
Mhm.
yet they've milked that mold significantly, making it Metal
yeah,
Robot Spirits release after release. And I think they're coming out with a new one, like a new mold for it. So,
and
What,
it
for
still
Robot
look
Spirit?
chunky.
mhm.
Wow. So it's like a non-metal version. Like they're gonna do like a
No,
brand new
it's gonna be a metal version.
of the
Oh,
new
we're
Gundam.
talking the high new
Uh
Gundam,
huh.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, high new. Okay,
Yes.
that's right.
So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I haven't.
um,
The high new I have that metal build. That's
and you have that real grade too, right?
Yeah, I have the real grade. Yeah, the metal build. Would I in I used to actually have the metal robot spirits. Or no, I had the standard robot spirits high new, and then I sold it because I guess maybe that's what you're saying. How it's like just kind of weird the way it is
Yeah,
to like pose and move around. It's Yeah, the weight distribution is off. The way the articulation is, it just wasn't fun. So it'll be interesting to see. All right, there's this rollout color RX-78 which looks great. I just didn't get it. Did any of you guys?
nope.
No.
Uh, the Gerbera Tetra Custom looks cool,
It's,
but
it look cool though.
yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I guess is this just in the Rebellion manga? I don't
Hmm.
know much about it
I think
outside that.
has better color separation than the original, I feel like.
And it has more gun. Got
Yeah,
three of them.
yeah, more guns, and it just has more color in general. Yeah, because
There's
the other
that
one was just
sniper
straight up
rifle
red,
again.
and this has the white.
I like how they include the rifle from the GPO 4.
Yeah, that's in line with it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, yeah, I just didn't grab it because it doesn't. Oh, I just realized the blue effect parts here are more like a streak.
Yeah.
Um,
They just use the beam sabers to do that, which is kind of
oh,
lazy
did
in
they
my
really just
opinion.
use
Yeah,
beams?
those are just beam saber effects. They
Oh,
Hmm.
just
that's
did that
interesting.
to yeah.
Interesting. Um, all right, here's one that I love the look of and the accessories, and that's the Blossom. And I actually pulled it out. It's interesting looking at it, and I don't know if it's just me, but it has more of a blue, and the actual release is more of a purple.
Hmm.
I'm actually just realizing that right now. I would have rather it had more of the blue. That's weird. Hmm.
Yeah,
I have
and
a
this one is on
controversial.
sale on Amazon.
Oh, that's cool.
Say
Yeah,
that
that'd be
again.
worth getting. Even to get a second one to have the ship set up. You know.
See,
Interesting.
I kind of disagree. I don't know. I think it's the weakest of the four GP series.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I guess, and maybe I'm spoiled because shout out to GBO2, right? But
Oh yeah.
because GBO2 makes it look like it can move a lot more, and I feel like this release it looks great. I love the accessories. I love that you can make the core fighter out of it, you know, and it doesn't mean you don't have to take apart the entire figure to do it. It comes with the pieces pre-molded. You take off the backpack,
Yeah.
things like that. I love it. The arm, the I'm not a big fan of how the cannon poses. It's basically stuck in that 90-degree angle pose. You can't really push it forward to make it aim, you know, more, which I think is what I like about the launcher strike to show that because it has a similar, gimmick with the beam cannon.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I can extend this
Oh,
thing out. I can put it in a pose like this, and it doesn't take away from the articulation, you know,
yeah.
and the legs are limited.
Yeah, with as much as I've messed around with it, I have not come into across anything that has hindered
Or is it
my
the
enjoyment of
ankles?
it.
I think
Like
it's the ankle.
I just this just looks so amazing. I love the Anaheim Electronics little radar shield, but I really want to figure out the color discrepancy because really looking at my release, it's purple. Looking at the pictures, it's blue. Um,
Which is
Prototype
kind of odd.
to. Do you think it's a manga color thing?
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think in one of the art it was purple-ish thing.
Because even the new Gundam has a discrepancy with the blues and the
Blue and the
purples.
purple, yeah.
Yeah, and that apparently it was done on purpose. Like
Hmm.
there's the different versions, but for this, yeah, it's like I wonder where they got why the pictures of it are blue, yet the release is purple. I might have to research that to see if they have a more blue release. Because I think it looks better blue. That's weird.
Yeah, that blue does make it pop a little bit more.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's getting next to the sniper. This is one of my favorites. Okay. Um, okay, the Woundwort option part set. Did you get this, Tom?
I completely forgot about it,
Oh.
to be honest.
Yeah, it's cool and it works also with the Hazel custom.
PR1, yeah.
Um, again, I think the price and then what you're getting and the work it takes to come up with a configuration, I don't know. I have a hard time like really praising it. It's like it's cool that they made this, but should I have spent my money on it? I guess that's that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
I'm just
it
curious to
doesn't have a
see if
lot
they
of
give
stuff.
more Advance of Zeta's stuff after
Yeah,
that.
because if they do that, then it could make sense because then they could all be interchangeable with their parts. So here's a cool one that I wanted to get, and that's SEMA's Gelgoog Marine.
Yeah, this is it's kind of a re-release in a way, but with
Yeah,
better colors, and it comes with that
Yeah,
Xeon flight deck, and I
I
love
know. I
that.
love that.
and it has better price too, which is
It's
surprising.
weird.
Yeah, that might be one I need to grab. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, I think this was the one that's fighting with the GPO4 and with the anime video that I saw.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then the other, uh,
Gerbera.
yeah, on it. That's cool. Anyone get this Barbados limited
No.
color edition?
I
No.
kind of want to because just because I have the original release of the Lupus Rex. This just pops so much more, and I feel like the tail, because the tail that I have is pretty loose on mine, so I think it would be cool to get that
Upgrade.
to see if there's
Yeah.
that upgrade
It,
ability.
the metallic look to it does stand out. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, and then what I'm seeing is like this is saying September 2022, but which is weird that it's among the 2023. So these must just been re-releases because they're
Yeah,
popular.
that's the 15th
Yeah.
anniversary
Yeah, those are
thing.
the 15th anniversary looks
Okay.
for it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and then here's that Tallgeese 2. This
Yes,
is
Oh,
a,
Ian
that's
favorite release.
yeah, it's the metal.
yeah. I would say it's probably my favorite release this year. It doesn't come with a lot of different accessories, but the blue on it, like you were talking about, Adam, with the like for the GPO4, like it's blue and it's a really like vibrant blue, like it pops.
Well,
Like those shots don't do it justice, and
ah,
It's so
it
cool though.
poses really well. It like completely surpasses the original Tall Geese releases 1, 2, and 3. Um, yeah, it's just a really overall good release. There's a lot of detail to it. So there's that effect part I was talking about where the Ultron cuts in half the
Yeah,
Tallgeese 2.
that's cool. Yeah, that looks good, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
it's
really
cool.
good.
Yeah, Wing is getting some solid stuff. And then there's this Sea Goose. Yeah, I've just a
I don't know. See, have some weird naming.
yeah. I don't know.
Saigu, Seagoot,
You
whatever.
didn't happen to get that, Ian, did you?
No, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But I think the Seed Freedom movie has very similar designs to that thing. It looks like a knight kind of
Uh,
style
With the shield.
suit.
Is that the one with the spinning shield like the Gien?
That's in the movie. That one hasn't happened yet, but
Oh,
that's pretty cool that it
yeah.
has the Gatling on the shield like the Goof.
Yeah, so I mean, still, it's cool. There's not much else. Then,
Hmm.
yeah, re-release of the classic, which is awesome because it's just a good, and it's interesting because the hands look a little green on this
Hmm.
when there's like variants. Oh, and the white in the joints because there's two different versions. There's one that has the gray
Hmm.
joints and the gray hands, and then there's one with the green hands and the white
the
joints.
white joint.
And then there's the uh,
The Zeta 3.
Zeta Gundam 3, which I have the Metal Robot Spirit Zeta. I just didn't think it was necessary to
Same
get this.
mold, right?
This is just a repaint.
Okay, so it really is just a repaint, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's of Amuro, right? It's like Amuro's.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, it's cool, but again, it's just spending the money on something that's a repaint. It's really hard sometimes to.
And then that transforming mode, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's hideous. I like
Yeah,
the
it's
pink
always
mode,
one.
it looks good when it's done, but
yeah,
I
it's
guess it's fairly
always yeah,
complicated.
the transforming stuff.
I really like the pink though.
Yeah. Okay, this was a really cool one because I like the idea of having classic mobile suit designs with just extra gear on it,
Yeah.
and I feel like I can never have enough Zaku 2s, like just having them lined up to fight. So yeah, this was there's a bunch of these too that were coming out. There's even another one that's already out. It's like these Zaku 2s with extra weapons from the
That's really
Rebellion manga. Um, I
I'm
mean,
glad they're doing the stuff from the manga.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
I
looks
love the
great.
shield and that Zamel cannon.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like all the stuff that it comes with. Um, all right,
I
and
just think
then the rebuild aerial. Did any of you guys?
so.
No,
I
I didn't
want
get
to
it.
get it.
Hmm.
I want to get it, but I want to see because they did that. What did they do? That Tamashi event a couple months ago, where
I
they
think they
just
released a
showed.
bunch of version of it.
Yeah, like they're gonna do it looked like they
Right.
were gonna do a Quiet Zero version, which is like it has this base and it's just stuck in the middle there with a little airy figure on the shoulder. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that would be just like a cool little display piece. So
And
I
then
want
the
that.
one with the effect part with the huge cannon with it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
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 So yeah, that's the thing. Like they're kind of, I'm milking it in a way. They kind of did that with the even the high grade of the
Hmm.
Yeah.
regular, like another version with a different per met score. Um. Okay, getting near the end of the year. We might not have even seen some of these released yet, but sword striker effect part set. Did you get that? There you go. Okay. Um. Anything too unique in that could work with other stuff? Doesn't
I
seem
think
like
pretty
it.
much all of the parts in there are unique to the sword strike, specifically. So there's not if you don't have a strike Gundam, then there's really no reason to get that set.
Ah, I see. Okay.
I do like
Yeah.
that they give you that stand where you can mount the different pieces onto it for the sword striker, so it acts like a display. You can add that to your display of, oh, hey, which striker unit are you going with today?
Yeah, that's cool. And then yeah, keeping with Seed, this actually looks really good. The Strike Freedom
I like
20th
the color.
anniversary.
Yeah.
They did really good with it. It's just a repaint with new decals on it, or new style decals for the
Yeah,
Seed Freedom movie, I think, or just the 20th anniversary. Um,
it looks looks amazing. Like
Yeah,
just looking
even
at
the
it, makes me
original
want to get
looked
it.
really good already.
Oh yeah, like it's amazing.
Yeah,
I
the
wanted to
gold
get.
really
Mhm.
adds to it. And then this one's cool. This is that other Zaku. It's a Rage Fighter type, and I think it's available right now if you wanted to get it. And I kind of do.
Hmm.
I like
Is it
how it has the Goof shield with the
is it
Gatling.
a regular release or is
Huh?
it P Bandai?
I don't know. I don't remember. Um, but yeah, that backpack is pretty interesting that it has.
Hmm.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I love how they're just again kind of milking that mold, right? Like, and just now that
yeah,
they have the Goof custom and they have the like all those pieces, they don't have to do too much to make it unique.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is good looking. Um, and then another
this is the
strange thing from Steam.
2023, 2024 release.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
the
we're getting to
end
the
of the
point where
year.
these
Yeah.
are going to be 2024 releases. Although I have seen this, I think on Ami Ami, the
Hmm.
uh,
I think I've seen it too.
Hmm.
and
Yeah, too
then
expensive for me.
Tug's Gelgoog. I don't know Tug. Um,
I
yeah,
I
the
think
free.
that's the other of the 3 units for the GPO, the MSV manga for the rangefinder and then the Zeta
Oh,
cannon
okay,
thing. I think
Yeah,
that's the 3rd in the set.
okay. Yeah, and then the Efreet here, the Blue Destiny, just waiting for that. They should be coming in anytime now.
Crossing
Now,
my fingers.
so these 3 seed units right here, are these based on the new movie? Oh, this
So
is 20th anniversary.
yeah, so the
Ah,
Infinite Justice came out coinciding with the Strike Freedom, and then they're doing the Rising Freedom and the Immortal Justice, which are those 2 new units for the movie. The Blue Justice right there is the real type color version.
hmm.
And then
yeah.
there's a Freedom. You can scroll down just a tad, and you'll see the Freedom real type color.
Oh, wait. So, what's the difference between the Rising Freedom and and the Real Type Freedom?
So the Rising Freedom is the Free Seed Freedom movie
Ah,
exclusive
The new
suit.
stuff, right?
Yeah, the new stuff. And then about maybe 6 months ago, they came out with like the real type colors for the
I remember
Justice
that.
and the Freedom.
Yeah.
So they're basically just taking they're using the same mold for the Metal Robot Spirits Justice and Freedom, and they're just rolling them out in the real type colors to
Okay.
capitalize on the promotion for the movie.
Yeah.
They look cool. I got to
I
say,
like
I
the
don't.
Rising Freedom though. Kind of
Yeah.
neat.
I have both of those on pre-order.
Oh,
Of course you are.
I mean, yeah, that looks.
Shh.
I mean, yeah, I love the wings stuff going on. Um, and how
Yeah,
they
I
open
think
up.
it's
Yeah,
things transform, right?
yeah. Call it a transformation, okay. Stick the shield on the bottom of it and
Oh
have
yeah.
this little flap go over the head to make it
Yeah.
look like the wing Gundam.
Still, that's pretty cool. That it has like this ship mode. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the base
That's cool.
designs. I don't think that, I feel like it's a step backwards, if I'm being honest with you. I think the designs themselves are really cool, and I just think that they took a step backwards by basically doing a standard Freedom 2.0, if you will, rather than just evolving the Strike Freedom design.
Yeah, they don't have the flair that the Strike Freedom had with the gold color and the dragoon
Yeah,
thing.
that still makes that look a lot more powerful.
And I think
Maybe
that's
it's
the
more like a
point
toned
because,
down version.
yeah, supposedly there's rumors that there will be an upgrade for the Strike Freedom and
Oh,
the Infinite Justice by the end of the movie.
that
So
makes
we'll
sense.
see.
We'll see.
I'm actually excited to see that movie, even though I'm not a Seed fan, but I like Destiny. So, um, okay, here is um, one that looks pretty cool. Actually, if I was going to get another Witch from Mercury one, it would probably be this.
Same.
Same.
Yeah, but I don't know. Does it have the colors on it or anything? It doesn't seem like it.
It
You know,
Just
doesn't
like
white.
look like it does.
because it has like those little plastic parts that right here,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
you would think, does it light up? They're
So
just gonna cut another version.
I'm thinking theory is they'll come out with a permit score version with the
Yeah.
rainbow colors on it. Um, and then either that or they'll do an option part set.
Oh yeah, an option part to swap it. That would be the best way to go about it. I, I hope they do that. Well, that's about it. I think the rest of the stuff is what's coming
Oh,
later.
this is
Like,
Hobby FF.
Oh yeah, we
hmm,
missed the big guy right here.
yeah,
The
this,
prototype double Zeta.
yeah, that I can't wait to get that.
Did you
Like this,
pre-order that?
yeah, this looks like one of the coolest action figures I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's look really good, and it's look like it's posed really well compared to the the previous transformation suit that we have, like the Zeta Gundam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, this looks great. I cannot wait to get this. Like, oh man, just I love the Federation emblem there and just all the decals.
It's a beauty. That's for
Yep.
sure.
Well, cool. Well, then that's about it. That yeah, we hit an hour. I thought that was pretty good. We went through the releases, which were pretty good, even though I think last year or the year before was better just because that's when they were first coming out with like the '08 MS team and finishing up Stardust Memory. But even the stuff this past year was pretty cool. Can't wait for next year.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Outside of this figure, because I know that this is probably one of your more anticipated figures. What's
Yeah.
your most anticipated figure for this year that based on what we know is coming out?
I would say like the Blue Destiny Unit 3.
Okay.
Probably. I think that's just a solid Gundam, like badass solid Gundam.
I thought you were going to say Mark II because you're a Zeta stan.
Yeah, it depends. Like I love the Verka Mark II I have. So like that Ver Anime Mark II could probably be pretty good, but
Mm-hmm.
to me, like that the Verka version, I bought the one that comes with the Super Gundam
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
The G
Like
Defensor. Yeah.
yeah, G Defensor, thank you. I think that is like the top of the line in terms of looks, like real type markings and everything. But you're right. Like the fact that they're coming out with these Zeta ver anime is amazing. Love it.
Yep.
It's exactly what I wanted next. Other than like Thunderbolt, like that would be sick. Some Thunderbolt
Now,
Robot Spirits. Um,
I wonder when they're going to do that. I wonder if they're going to wait because they seem to be kind of going in timeline order, even though Thunderbolt coincides with the 1 year war and just a little bit after.
yeah, I wonder what
Mm-hmm.
they're doing because yeah, then they did 0083. Yeah, they did. They started 0083, then they did '08 MS Team, finishing 0083. Then I wonder if they're kind of like going back and forth, like they're jumping to Zeta, but then they might go back and yeah, do another, or like yeah, they're doing the Blue Destiny. So it seems to be they do that. They'll jump forward for a main line and then go back and fill in.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Yeah.
well, that's great. Thanks everyone that watched this, and yeah, we will talk later.